What up, fellas?
What up?
What up, Ruchi? Mr. Get away from me with an attendant.
Yeah.
From the what?
Nothing, bro. Stay in your fucking lane. Sorry. I've been watching F1, so
Hey,
you know.
done?
Yeah. No.
Oh, you ready to have this
Why
chat
not?
then? You ready to talk about this now?
Not there. No, I want to be caught up all the way. I'm in.
Hey, you
I'm in.
sounded real Max Verstappen-ish right now. You know?
Yeah, hell yeah, for sure.
Vale.
You know, I think I might be vibing with him because he's a fucking asshole.
Nah, he's a put. Nah, you think that's an asshole? Are we
He
live
is
yet?
an asshole. Yeah, we live. We definitely live.
No, he's one of like.
listen.
Listen. My best explanation of Max Verstappen is the kid that pushes first, gets pushed back, and be like, "Teacher, look, he pushed me. He pushed me."
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can't stand
Yeah,
Max. dog, to be honest.
yeah, no, I can see that.
Yeah.
I don't
Listen,
like Max.
I'm
I
into.
fuck with his talent. But
I'm in the second episode of 2021, so last season.
Oh,
I'm
so you're on
almost
season
caught up.
4.
I haven't seen. I'm not. So that's why I'm not there yet. I was
No,
quite-
but you've gotten a little bit of how Max is. I think season 4 really portrays it. Me and Master are exactly the same. The fact that I don't respect his how he is, but his talent,
You're
his
Hamilton
talent's
stand.
bar
That's all it
none.
is, dog. You're Hamilton
No,
stand.
because his talent bar none. His talent's
So,
nice.
But
It's
you're
just
acting like Hamilton.
personality, how he
You're acting like Hamilton's a crying bitch about everything as well, though. All right, like Hamilton cries
Well,
and
the
bitches
way-
about
well, the way
everything.
the
dog.
Hey,
show
hold on,
portrays
hey,
it-
Rudy, hey, what's up with you, dog? Hey,
What's up
dog.
with me?
Wait,
What's up with me?
Why you
the-
acting
the
about
way
Hamilton
the-
like
Oh,
that?
you know
Is
what?
it
Because
my-
Because you know
is it
Robbie
my
boys in
twin?
first place, dude. You
Is
know
it
Robbie
not-
boys in first place, dude. So you know I'm
Oh,
not gonna
shit.
talk about
Okay,
shit right now,
they
baby.
call Robbie boys easy.
You know what? I
called
think
it-
we'll talk
called
about it in a
easy
little bit,
months
but
ago.
I know we have a guest coming through. Let's have our guest show up now. I think he's
All right.
coming now. Oh, the guest coming? Oh, where's his guest? Hold on, let me find out where this guest is. I think he's somewhere in my house.
Hey, you
Where's
remember
the
when
guy at?
Angel Chased the
I
Fall?
can't see him.
Bam, bam, bam.
I can't see him.
I can't see him though. Johnson.
Hell yeah. It's the best thing ever.
Hell, yeah, that's sick as dog.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of which, where's my George? Let's go, John Cena. Where's the music at though? I think you got the music
Hey,
queued up.
John Cena. Yeah, John Cena. Oh, you didn't hear the music? Oh shit, damn, you didn't hear the music? I had the music queued
you
up.
didn't hear music.
I
You
hear the
didn't hear
music,
nothing
not
at
with
all.
here.
Oh no, damn, that's crazy.
Uh-uh.
Fuck, yeah, I had it. Oh well, too bad. You can edit that
Who's
shit
there?
somehow.
Who's there?
Hey, John Cena, they want to talk to you.
I can't see him, dog. I can't see him.
Welcome to the Straight from the Stands, John Cena. Here,
I
you
can't
can
see him.
join in.
Where's he at? I can't see John Cena.
Hold on, get in here.
Hey, give
Sit
him,
up
get
a
his
bit
booster
higher.
chair, dog. There you go. There you go.
Hey, you're really small. I thought John Cena was bigger, Loki. Okay, sit on your knees.
What's going on, John Cena? How you doing?
They want to know why you started following us.
How you doing, John Cena?
Look behind here.
Good.
What's up, John Cena?
Good.
How
Hey,
you doing?
We appreciate the follow. Thanks for the follow.
You're welcome.
I can only hear you. I can't see you.
Where are you, John Cena? I can't see you. You got to go like this, John Cena. Wherever you are, I can't see you.
Hey,
Oh, I
Tony,
really can't see
hey,
you
Tony,
now.
dog, I'm coming at
I
your neck,
really
dog.
can't see you now.
I'm coming at your neck, Tony. You wild for that shit.
John Cena, do you think Stone Cold's gonna win this weekend at WrestleMania, or is he not gonna win?
No, you might show up at WrestleMania.
No, I don't think it's gonna win.
You don't think Stone Cold's gonna win?
Hi, bro.
No.
See, that's what
Oh,
There you go, like that.
you're showing your age, John Cena. You're showing your age.
yeah.
You're showing
What
your age right now.
about Bad Bunny? Do you think he's gonna show up to WrestleMania?
Probably.
Probably.
Good take.
Okay. One more question.
good take.
Roman Reigns, does he win or lose at WrestleMania? Oh, that's a good question. I see you're thinking about it really good. But I can't see you, so I don't know what you're thinking. John Cena, I can't hear you. Is Roman Waynes?
Roman
Is
Waynes.
Roman Reigns gonna win or lose? He's a Wayne brother.
Roman Waynes. How you feel about Will Smith and Chris Rock?
Who was right? Was it Will Smith or Chris Rock?
You got to pick one of them.
Chris Rock? They were both
Chris Rock.
wrong.
Alright, bye.
Listen,
Same.
you're like a 5-time world champ. I appreciate it. Thanks for
He's
stopping
like,
by.
yo,
Thank,
I can't talk about this. There's a lot on the line right now. So, you know.
thank you, John Cena. Appreciate for stopping by in the show.
Thank you, John Cena.
Oh, let's go. Hit him up.
I love it.
Yo, speaking about wrestling, were you watching Mania?
We're watching at the crib, Bobby.
Good job.
Oh yeah. All right, for sure. Say less. Say less. That's where I'm at. I just
Yeah.
for the whole
Hey,
world.
Angel.
For the whole world.
There was someone talking there, but we couldn't see him. Who was
Yeah,
it?
it's, John Cena. John Cena stopped by. He came by my house. He's been chilling here for. Turns out he lives here. I didn't realize he lives here.
Hey,
Oh shit. He be eating your
so we
food,
asked
huh?
Cena-
Yeah, he made my. No wonder. Like I'm like, damn, what the fuck is all my food? Like I don't have food. I never have food, but it makes sense because he's so buff. Maybe he has to be in Bulldog season, you know?
We asked John Cena about Chris Rock and Will Smith. Who was wrong? Who was right?
Yeah, he went with the Rock just because of
Yeah, he said The
the-
Rock for sure.
So
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah. But it turns out he
fucking-
lives here. Fucker hasn't even been paying rent. It's crazy because I didn't even see him. But you know, he's here.
you can. That's hilarious.
That shit was funny.
Um,
That shit was funny
I
though
was-
that we got the follow. I still don't understand how, why.
I don't get it.
yeah,
I don't get it. I have no answer for you.
but I fucks with it. I fucks with
yeah.
it.
Mhm.
We got John Cena following. I just need a retweet now. We straight. Like Yella always fucking hits us with a like. Now we gotta get a Cena to hit us with a like. You know what I mean? And we straight though. Famous.
Yeah.
Hey, talking about
Famous.
Yellow.
I might not know y'all no more.
We'll get to Yellow.
Yo, let's talk. Let's talk.
right.
F1. All right, cool.
Let's talk
let's
F1.
Let's
Angel,
talk,
welcome to the chat. Angel
No,
has
you know
entered the
what?
chat.
Yeah, Angel hasn't. You know what? Not yet. Angel has entered the chat, but Angel's observing the chat.
Hold on. Okay.
Right.
Preliminary
not-
questions. Preliminary
Okay.
questions before you know what happens in the season. Who do you like? Who don't you like? Why don't you like them? Why do you like them?
What team are you too? We need to know what team
Yeah,
are you.
exactly. Okay,
you
yeah,
watch
that's a good
enough.
question.
You know, that's funny because I've been watching purposely to find out what team I like and want to align with. Right. Every time they pass someone, you know, because you know how each episode they kind of focus on a
Yeah.
team or two teams. So when it's on that one, I'm like, oh, I like this team. I think I want to be this team. But there's another team like, oh, fuck that other team. I like this team now. And
Okay.
I don't have a team right now. I'm still.
All right, give me your contenders then. Give me your contenders. Who you rocking with?
Oh, give me drivers that you like, not contenders, but give me drivers you like or dislike.
Drivers that I dislike. You know what? I'm gonna piss people off, but I think Checo's a piece of shit. I don't like him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 'cause
Yeah.
Oh
he's
shit. Okay.
But I
Man's
see. I don't know
coming
where
in
he's at
hot.
right
Man's
now.
coming in hot, man.
I see where I see that he's Rebel Racing now and that he did well. Because I guess I get the shit, the alerts, not the alerts. The people post it on Instagram now. I didn't realize how many people follow that shit. So I see
Hey,
that.
hold on.
I guess-
Before, sorry to cut you off, but Straight from the Stance was the original F1 Galaxy podcast.
That is facts. Absolutely, yeah. I can vouch for that because I've been watching Lightning McQueen from forever. I've seen Driven. You know, if you guys don't even know, Lightning McQueen, was it Mick Schumacher comes out. Michael Schumacher comes out in the first McQueen movie. So fuck out of here. You guys are all fake as fuck.
Checo's
Yeah.
not. Checo's
Well,
not.
yeah, he's not on my. I don't know. I saw that he got pulled, right? He got pulled recently,
This
even though he
weekend?
didn't win the
Yeah.
race. Yeah, he's Rebel Racing. So typical, he's gonna end up in second or third, a fucking loser, just like Rebel Racing. I don't know, man. He came. I didn't like his vibe early on. Because I thought he was. Who did he screw up? Who screwed over last
Ocon.
season? So yeah,
Ocon.
somebody. Yeah. Ocon. Yeah. Fucking
That's my
Frenchie.
boy too, Doug.
Well, that's because he's a Frenchie. I think I align with all the Frenchies. You know, if Renault didn't suck ass, I'd probably be a Renault. But they suck
fuck with it.
donkey
Hey,
shit.
Massa was Renault boys like 2-3 years ago. I
Renault
can
boys,
confirm
bro.
that.
This shit-
Yeah.
He was.
I know. GG.
Yeah,
Is
but
that pinpoint
I
now?
don't know about the
Alpine?
French, man. They can't handle wars apparently. They're fucking losers right there
What's
too.
Gasly's
So-
French too? No.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
that's
Gasly couldn't cut it at Red Bull.
Yeah.
Remember? You gotta remember, Gasly couldn't cut
Yeah,
it at Red
exactly.
Bull.
He couldn't. Yeah.
pressure.
Damn, I don't know, man. I want to. That's what I say. I want to catch up. I want to be there, and I want to get to current dates and find out where everyone is out right now. You know, the drivers.
From our perspective, that we know everything that happens. I want to hear what you're saying, just because it's like, damn, maybe I felt that same way, or maybe, nah, we were completely different. So I want to see what you bring now that the season's caught up.
All right, I still don't understand what happened with Williams as a racing company because
Oh,
they
so, like,
last
they-
season
they-
supposedly they disappeared, but then they were still there this season.
No, they didn't
So-
disappear. Like Williams was created by like a driver. Like he self funded it and it became Williams, and they were good at one point.
Right?
And
Yeah.
he got he got mad sick and his daughter took over, and they just like been asked.
Yeah.
So they sold last year. And that was the first time Williams
Also, they sold it.
was
So
not.
imagine
Yeah,
if
was not.
Vince McMahon got sick, Stephanie McMahon took over. Stephanie McMahon
fucked it
couldn't
up.
do it anymore, and then she sold
He
it to
sold
somebody
WWE.
else.
Okay.
Imagine Jerry Buss owning the Lakers, and then. Oh no, my bad. I'm just
Genie. No, I get
I
it.
don't
No, I get it.
know.
But see,
Hey,
they
chill out,
never
dog.
addressed that. They never addressed that the team was sold. Right now, the season just started that I'm in right now, and the team is still there. The lady is not there no more. So I figured, okay, something's going on, but they never addressed it. Like,
True.
okay, the team still exists because they made it seem. They said last season, oh, Williams not here or the team's gone. I forgot exactly what the verbiage was, but point is, they made it seem like the team is not gonna exist anymore. But yet they're still there. Like, what's up with
Yeah.
Williams? I don't get
Well-
it. You know, it's vague. You know what? As of right now, I think I might be fucking with Aston Martin right now because
Ah.
they just joined in right now, and
Okay.
I'm a James Bond boy, bro. You know, James Bond, baby. And I'm British right now, you know, because Renault apparently is fucking pussy shit, and they can't get the fucking Frenchies, man. They're so fucking soft. I hate it.
We'll talk
Damn,
about
I don't
that
know.
too.
What was crazy to me was also the Haas guys. They got done pretty dirty. Yeah. Well, obviously one of them can't race
No.
anymore, but
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
he
with
is
the
racing though.
explosion.
He was
Oh,
racing.
Oh, he don't know that.
Indy.
Wait, let him catch up. Let
oh,
him
cool,
catch up.
motherfucker. You see, this is why I said I want to have a
He
conversation.
says he
As of
he's
right
in
now,
episode 2 of season 4. They ain't gotta talk about him no more. Like that already happened. You already saw the crash, right?
Yeah, that was nasty ass crash. Yeah.
Yeah. So
But
like
that was that season.
Yeah, and he's no longer in F1, but like I'm telling you, he's still racing. Like you wouldn't know that by watching.
He's
Oh,
in
okay.
the Indies.
Yeah,
We're talking about Mazepan?
Oh,
Matt-
so
No,
he's
we're
still
talking
racing.
about,
He's just not racing in F1.
F1.
Grosjean.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Grosjean.
Grosjean.
Yeah. Grosjean,
Oh,
yeah.
got it. Yeah.
The
And then who
fire,
was
the
the
fire
other?
accident last year.
Yeah, who was the one with him? It was who's the one that was with him?
Magnussen.
Yeah,
Magnussen.
Kevin Magnussen. Yeah.
Ooh,
Like,
shit.
I like both of those guys because they probably were the ones that just went about their business. They went, they showed up, they were professional. They knew that they sucked, but
Okay.
they were still there, right?
I
So
see
I
where
fuck with
head's
that.
at. see
Yeah,
where
I
head's
fuck
at.
with that. You know, now you got the other, you know, so like Lewis Hamilton.
Talk about me. Talk about
Dog,
me.
I don't know what to tell
Oh,
you. I
fuck,
mean,
boys.
it's not
Hey,
even.
no, keep going.
Boy,
It's not
it's
even
9:18.
fair.
We're gonna start
Oh,
a show. What
okay.
are you talking about?
Hey,
It's 9:18.
hey, yo,
Yo, what the fuck are we doing here?
Hey, yo, no.
Time out,
Hey,
time
fuck
out,
that
time out.
podcast.
Let's
Let's
go.
talk F1, Poppy. We
I
here.
don't even want to talk about the G's, but we have to. So
All right,
give me a second. We gotta talk about the G's.
F1 pod coming soon.
Vegas boys.
Hey, let's go.
Yo, what up? And welcome to another episode of Straight from the Stands, an unapologetic, unofficial LA Galaxy podcast, hosted by 4 Mile supporters who bring you their thoughts and views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart level-headed George, and the man with the facts, Masa. This is Straight from the Stands.
Good evening.
Hello, mate. Hello, mate. Hey, Lewis Hamilton, mate.
You heard them? Damn, that's all the little F1 cars, all the chassis just right by. You heard them? I heard them. That's crazy.
Do it
If
again.
you guys-
I can't hear you.
You know,
Masa,
that's
what about
crazy.
you? No,
I'm not
Masa's cars.
racing, dog. I'm not racing anymore, dog.
Yeah, his is like.
I went down with Renault, dog. I'm done.
GG's, dog.
Oh, really?
Ese-
They're done?
Yeah.
Damn,
Oh,
I could see that. I could see that coming.
Yeah, ese
Yo,
carro
if
no
you-
prende.
hey, if you
No, but
missed
they're called
it,
something
if
else now,
Prende.
right? They're called Alpine now. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Alpine.
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 Welcome to
what
the
was it?
official.
Did they
Welcome
get
to the
bought out,
official
or
LA
what
Galaxy
happened?
F1 podcast.
Dude, let me try to bring everybody back. If you guys missed it, if you guys in
Oh,
audio,
shit. Okay.
we talked 15 minutes of F1 right before the show
Not
started.
15.
Angel's
John
catching
Cena
up.
showed up.
I was right. John Cena did show up. But Angel finally caught up to some F1, so we're having our station seeing where he's at. If you guys are interested in hearing that, come to YouTube. Check out the first 15 minutes or so where we just talk bullshit about F1. But we're live now.
Yeah.
We're getting going. Let's talk some G shit. How you guys doing? I feel like I haven't seen you guys in 2 weeks.
I just saw it yesterday. I feel good.
Oh, that's true. I did see it.
I think. Oh no, I didn't see Masa. I saw Alice last week, so it's like seeing Masa. Except that Alice is the better half, so I saw the good part of Masa.
You're not wrong.
The one that knows soccer.
Yeah.
The one with the facts, the one with the
Really
actual
does,
facts.
Yeah, I get all my info from her, dog.
Hell yeah.
I'm a fraud.
You are a fraud. Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah, you are a
Bet, baby. Bet. We're here for
You're,
you.
Yo.
you're like that pink team. Oh, like Racing Point that copied Mercedes. That's what you are.
Hey, that's my
Yes,
team,
you are.
dog. Fuck off.
Yes. Oh, perfect.
That's
yeah,
accurate.
Exactly.
That's
Makes sense. There you go.
accurate.
Yeah, there you go. Makes sense. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
man.
you-
Listen,
Yeah. You
That-
fucking
that-
Canadians.
Hey,
we
dog.
ended up.
We in it to win it, no matter how we win it, dog. So fuck off.
Hey, respect for that though. He did say that he in it for win it, so I respect that 100%.
So we're all doing good, yeah.
So last week,
Oh yeah,
last
that's
week
right. Yeah.
George had a scheduled PTO. Unfortunately, me and Masa got caught up with work and we couldn't show up, but we're back. Look for us. Jesus didn't play this weekend, so we get to recap Orlando,
that
even
time.
though I kind of don't want to, and then talk a little bit about Portland, which is coming up in a couple of days. First things first, though. What's up with Zavaleta scoring his goal for El Salvador? Even though Salvador's out, but the game before last, he scored the only goal against.
El Salvador's on the World Cup. What
Crickets.
happened?
That's crazy. That's
What
crazy.
happened?
Dos
Damn.
gigantes fuera del mundo.
Yeah, I thought they were a World Cup contender. It's like
Crickets.
Italy.
Who did he score on?
Jamaica.
Oh, that's right. That's what he scored on. Yeah. Remember we talked about how like nobody really attacks in the corners.
Yep.
You remember? I think that was last episode we had. This
And he
conversation?
scored off set piece. Yeah.
Yeah, and he went to get it right. Like it wasn't a layup for him. Like he went up there and got it. And I was like, hey, look at that. Somebody attacks the ball in the corner. Like, that's something. Interesting. Hopefully that gets him a shout and see what's going on with the G's. Maybe we'll see him.
I seen Daniel score goals though.
Araujo did not play.
Araujo hasn't played for like
He
3
didn't
You
even
guys didn't have
dress
to
last two.
I
He didn't
think George
dress
is right. Araujo hasn't shut up all season.
We can talk about that. But internationally though, like there was no action from him again, huh?
just like the G's, he's been the
Crazy.
same way internationally.
That's
Our
crazy.
$10 million man.
But the U.S., Mexico, and Canada. No, big shout out to Canada, boys. Fucking music on the cup, baby. Music on the cup.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
Hey, fuck you. Celine
They're
Dion.
heading to the World Cup, and I'm sure
Justin
the
Bieber's
Night
probably
Boys-
thrilled, bro.
the Night Boys gonna have their show. Remember, you know what that's called again? Something about the Yankees. I
Something
don't really
about
follow.
something about Salvadoran Americans supporting the U.S. I think that's the name of
Fucking
it, yeah.
losers. It's all about maple syrup over here,
Salvador-
baby.
Hold on, let me rephrase it.
We're
Salvadoran
Canadian over
Mexican
here.
Yeah, Salvadoran Mexican Americans. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
really follow international. So hit up on Boys Night News. I'm pretty sure they.
I
cover
do
more than
now,
we
man.
do.
Canada. I've been Canada since day one.
Yeah,
What?
I remember being born in Canada.
Yo, listen, I
Yeah.
don't really fuck with international like that,
I'm
but
from
I
the
am
French part
happy.
of Canada.
I am happy with with the US being back in the World Cup. Kind of sucked last World Cup. I was less interested, to be honest.
I don't-
So I'm excited.
Never
Yeah,
mind.
we're not getting into this, puppy.
Yeah, I'm not getting into it.
This
Yeah.
could be a whole podcast.
Oh, let's hear it really
See-
quick. No, you know what? A quick sidebar. We literally just come back from
Yeah.
international season. What you got to say? I'm curious. I mean, it's not like we're gonna talk anything exciting about the Galaxy.
For some reason, I can't fuck with this U.S. team. Like, there's not a player that I like
Oh,
on that
never
team.
mind.
Oh,
Never mind.
really?
Cut the podcast.
Yeah, like,
Never mind, I apologize.
usually,
Hold on.
usually-
Okay, Masa.
No,
But
I'm not saying they're not skilled.
Talk to
I
me
think-
about Salvi about Mexico. Ahí sí,
No,
¿verdad?
maybe-
Let me hear it. Let me hear this.
No, I
Actually,
don't
let me
like
hear this.
anyone on Mexico either.
And
like,
Salvi?
On
Ahí
Salvi,
sí?
yeah, because I mean they're the
Come on
underdogs,
now, yeah.
dog. It's
Yeah, don't talk.
no, but I'm not saying because they're good. Like they're a good team, but like there's not one player. I mean, because Weston wasn't playing, because Weston is legit like the only fool that I could get behind. But like
You
everyone
don't
else,
like Reina?
I don't like Gio Reyna. I don't like Christian. I hate Christian Pulisic. I dislike
talk
that
crazy.
fool.
That's
don't
crazy.
wanna
He's good, bro. But I don't know. I don't know what.
Okay, so
what's the appeal
put
to
your
him?
unbiased aside. Talk soccer. Gio Reyna and Christian Pulisic are really good players.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. We're not
Yeah.
talking about like, oh,
No, no, that's
I don't
fine.
like him.
So it's a personal
that's what I'm
thing.
saying.
This has nothing to do with
Yeah,
that.
personal.
of course.
Oh,
Like
okay,
like
you're saying.
US
fucking
like
crazy.
last couple World Cups when they were in the World Cups, like there was always a couple players I could get behind.
You're a piece of
Like-
shit.
Why?
Because let me tell you what the difference is for me this time around. I'm actually full on supporting the boys this time. This time, apart from I think Johnny Brooks, who else has really been? Who's currently in that U.S. roster? And by no means am I an expert right now. This is probably more of Eddie's area, but off the top of your head, that comes to mind, which U.S. player right now, international player that's in the current scheme of things, that's probably be in where's it gonna be again? Qatar. Yeah, in Qatar. Which one of them is not American born, or at least rooted here, American based, or at least American parents, or something?
That's-
When you hear them speak, they actually speak American English. Not some chopped up German bullshit.
Yeah, I said
Fucking
from,
Joe
fuck
Rogan.
you, Jermaine
ass,
Jones.
I'm
dog.
talking
What
about the
fuck
last
you
World
talking-
Cup that they participated, not the
Right. So
qualifiers.
who was in the? That was my
Yeah, I don't
biggest
fuck-
beef
I don't
over the
fuck with
previous
this.
World Cup.
I don't-
That previous World Cup, the one that it was a bunch of Americans who didn't fucking feel like it. They were just playing because they were playing in some fucking German team.
They needed a
And
team to go to the World Cup. They wanted to play in the World Cup. They needed somebody that could take them there. That's it.
yeah, I did, and that was my beef. I
But,
didn't like. That's why that shit was
let's not talk
whack.
about your beefs. Let's not talk about your past. The U.S. made
The
it to
same
the
thing
World
we're
Cup.
telling Masa. Don't
Well,
be
yeah,
personal.
but see, right
I
now,
don't know,
all
but
these
I'm saying like I
youngsters,
can't get behind
all
any
these
of these
youngsters,
fools.
I can get behind them. Why? Because they're kids that were born here. You know, they come
And
up
they
through our. A
bomb.
lot of them came up, yeah, and they came up through our academies, our MLS academies. Whether sure, they might not be Galaxy. The Galaxy guys might be in Mexico, but even then, I root for them. Like, you know what? They came up through here. I hope they do well. Right? I'm not hating on them. But my shit is, at least with the Americans that we have now, the majority of them came up through here, right? Or at least for a period, they were here and they were going. It's not like they were like, oh, I'm some German American, you know, playing for the U.S. with an
fucking
accent,
Jermaine Jones.
and yeah, exactly. You know, that's probably, but it's a lot of them, right? It was a bunch of them that they didn't play for the jersey, and that was my issue for the longest time. Is that a lot of the U.S. players that
Okay,
were
we're
there
not.
were really
But why are
playing.
we focusing on that? Focus on the new kids. Talk about the new kids. Why are you focusing on the old guys? They're not there no more.
No,
Like,
2020
I just said
why
fuck
you-
listen,
Masa. I
listen,
am.
hold
I'm
on.
supporting the new
Hot
guys.
take
I
right
said I'm
now.
100% on the new guys. I'm supporting them.
2026 is the
I said
furthest.
fuck Masa.
2026 is the furthest USA is ever going to go in the World Cup.
Well, I'll tell you
I'll
this
say
right
right
now.
now.
They're gonna win the World Cup then.
No. The furthest they'll ever go in the World Cup.
So they're gonna win a World Cup because the furthest
No.
they've gone is third place.
Yeah,
Yeah, man,
that was
like 1970.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
like in
matter.
1970
1950.
something.
Doesn't matter.
It was
All
1950.
right.
In your
1930.
lifetime,
Okay,
in your
Doesn't matter.
lifetime,
between Germany and the
It
third
doesn't
place,
matter.
that's where they're going to go to.
listen.
I'm just saying. I don't
Could
know.
you just check the?
There's something about that team that I like.
You know
I
what?
That's
get the
crazy
talent
to
is
me.
there. I
That's
don't know.
crazy
It
to
just
me
it
because you're
doesn't.
like,
let's
because
play
you're
this.
like
Wager on
seventh
this shit.
division. You're like seventh division, like Ecuadorian soccer. You
Nah,
love
bro.
that
It's just
shit.
there's certain players that like
But
that
it's
I
personal.
watch and I could stand out and like I can't like no like those fools are good, but there's like their personality. Like I don't know. I can't get
It's
behind
personal. Get the
anybody.
fuck out of here. It's personal then.
When did I say they were bad? I never said they were bad.
But
Just
the
I
way
can't
that
get
you're
behind
making
this
it seem
team.
like you get behind
I
this
can't
team.
get behind. I can't get behind. It's just like
The
this
fact that you
Mexico
can't
team.
get behind this
Like
team is
there's
insane
no
to
one
me.
on that team that's exciting to me, and on Mexico either. Like
So explain to
like
me,
I don't know.
Salvi. Your
Mexico is
love for
dead though.
Salvi
No,
or
Mexico for
Mexico?
sure is dying out though. They need new blood for sure.
So
Like
explain to me
that's
your love for
different, though.
Salvi. Who can you get
Because they're
behind?
underdogs, dog. They're not supposed to win. It's easy to root for the underdog for me.
Don't get Salvi involved in
No,
this shit, George.
that's
Salvi hasn't
bad.
done
No,
nothing
that's
to
bad
you.
because on the
Leave
on
Salvi
the
out of
last
this.
broadcast,
Pobrecito.
hey, in Gold Cup, they were a good contender. They weren't
It was
underdogs in the Gold
literally
Cup.
it was the last game, bro. That was the worst game I've seen from them.
Man,
The one
like,
that you went to.
The one Mexico, the one in versus Mexico.
Hmm.
That was the worst showing I've seen from ES this whole
Yo,
qualifier.
listen, look at the table, right? It's Canada 28 points, Mexico 28 points, USA 25 points,
25.
Costa Rica 25 points, and then there's a drop off from there, right? Just everybody else is
Yeah.
a drop off there, and that's CONCACAF, and that's CONCACAF, right? Like, listen, it's not an easy qualifier to go through for nobody, right? We expect the US and Mexico, and you definitely got to put Canada up there now to have an easier time than the rest of the teams, but it's gonna be ugly
It's
every
CONCACAF,
single
bro.
fucking it's CONCACAF. So here's my point, right? Like I'm excited for this team because I've been talking about like these players have quality, and you match them against quality and you put them in better situations. I think they can showcase. Now they have a chance to prove it. I'm excited for it.
Yep.
We'll see what happens.
I'm excited for it. The only thing I would say is I say that this current team right now, they have nothing to lose. They don't have expectations. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do make it far in this World Cup because they're out there just to play, right? Just go out and play. No one's
And they have some
asking you, hey, win
experience.
the World Cup. Right, exactly. No one's asking you to win. So that makes them dangerous, in my opinion. That makes them a lot more dangerous than, some of those teams that have the pressure to win. Because they have nothing to lose right now. Yep.
I think there was more pressure on them to play well in Salvador, play well in Costa Rica and Jamaica than it is at a big show because most of these kids are used to playing at the big time, right? Like I mean, Pulisic, you can hate him all you
Don't
like.
tell Masa that. Don't tell Masa that. He doesn't want to hear that.
You know what I mean? Like he plays champions and he balls in champions, right? Des, I don't really like him, but that kid like he shows up for it, like even for Barcelona. You know what I mean? So like
Gio plays in Borussia.
Yeah, Gio plays. Yeah, there's a gang of kids that actually play. So we'll see. The guy I'm not convinced though. The one guy I'm not convinced, and we'll move on to Galaxy after this. Is Stefan. Like I'm not necessarily convinced with him. Like,
what I told Angel like 3 years ago. Angel, what I tell you? Who should be number one?
Tyler Adams, baby.
Tyler Adams. The goalkeeper?
Who?
I would say not Tyler
Turner?
Adams, bro. He's talking about
Matt Turner.
Matt Turner.
Matt Turner. Who's Tyler Adams? Tyler Adams is
the center back.
Tyler
Adams
Adams,
is
Arsenal
the-
boys, baby. Tyler Adams is the center midfielder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
All
Arsenal boys.
All right. Let's go on to G's. I just wanted to bring that up a little bit. Since
We have more fun talking about this shit though.
Yeah,
That
but
is true.
let's talk about let's talk about the G's and let's talk about the G's versus Orlando. Right.
Mm.
I'm gonna start by saying this. I'm glad we didn't do the show last week because I refused to watch the game over last week. So I just
Yeah, I
didn't want
had
to
it
do it.
recorded, and I was like, "I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it," and then I didn't watch it. Shit, the
Yeah,
fuck.
I couldn't
I
do it
saw
because
enough
I,
of it.
I saw enough of the game at the stadium, which again rare occasion, but I saw enough of the game in the stadium that I didn't need to watch it. I was just disappointed, right? But we didn't get this show last week, so I had some time to watch it over the weekend. And I'm
You're
still
still disappointed.
disappointed. You know what I mean? Like it didn't change. The disappointment didn't change, man. I just got, I just kind of bit the bullet and watched it. Like, but my God, boys, I ran out. I wasn't clever, so we labeled it the good question mark, the bad, the ugly, right? Because the bad and the ugly we talk about for sure. We'll see if we can find any good in this. But my God, I don't know what the fuck to say, right? Because if you just look at the team, if you were to win a game or you create a game by the intentions and uh by the want and by the way they pursue the game, I think we'd be happy, right? But at the end of the day, you judge the game and you judge this team by the doves, the L's, and the draws, right? And right now, we lost to Seattle, which I don't think anybody was necessarily too mad about. And then we
No,
lost
we're
to
fine.
Orlando,
Oof.
and I think
Everyone on
everybody should be
here had
upset
the
about
W.
this. Yeah,
Everyone on
everybody
here had the W.
should be upset. And here let's kick it off here. And we doesn't necessarily have to stay with Orlando, but like creating chances and just not knowing how to put them away is a problem right now, right? That's probably our biggest problem, that we can create chances but we can't put them away. Yay, nay,
Maybe,
maybe.
It's been going on all
maybe,
season. All season.
maybe, because I still don't see the creativity to me. I still don't see like a set idea. Things were happening, which is a lot. It's a better step up from I wouldn't even say Seattle because the build up to the Seattle goal was really nice. I really liked it. I really liked the diagonal runs, but I saw none of that in this game. And we're gonna continue to say we played down to our opponent. But
Ah,
at the end
oh,
of the
sorry.
it's just it's not good enough. It's frustrating and it's not good enough. You're at home. Everyone on this podcast had multiple goal win.
Mm-hmm.
We had more than one goal. Everyone on this podcast. For us to see the potential in the team, and for you to go out there on the field and present what you did to your home crowd, it's embarrassing. It's not
Well,
good enough. Okay, yeah.
here let me then either Mas or Angel take this on. Like, do you guys agree with George that you don't see anything creation wise? You think it's just like
This
this
last
guy was
game,
missing?
from what I remember, I don't remember seeing them. I didn't see the effort. Like, I don't know, man. Fools were just standing around.
Wait,
I feel
wait,
like chances were created, but they weren't as clear as previous games. Like last game felt fucking. I don't know. It was upsetting because to me, I didn't see, like, we would have lost and the effort was there. Then
we're
fuck it. But
do
I
you
mean,
guys think you guys remember the game clearly? Because I
I do.
and Angel, I'll let you rock right now. But like there was like there was creation, or and actually, you know what? I'll say this much: it was a game of two halves. The first half, I think that creation wise, like it was there. We just had to, we just had to put it away. Um, and it was
you know
Cabral,
what?
right? And it was
You
Douglas Costa, and it was Vasquez, and it was like everybody was, it was Ravelasone. Everybody was trying to do stuff, just nothing came out. Right, just nothing came out. Angel, go ahead with whatever
I would
your
say
take.
that
Lead
my
us somewhere.
closest comparison right now would be maybe not copy and paste because no games are ever the same, but I'd say it's a very similar to the Charlotte game. Right. The only difference is that we did have that one moment of brilliance.
That's
That
very fair.
moment of brilliance. Let's be honest here. It wasn't like we finally broke through. No, it was a moment of brilliance from outside the box. That have him do it again. It's sure he already hit the post once, but let's be honest here. How many times did we expect Julian to really do that, right? Or some crazy shit like that. We needed a moment of brilliance, like some fucking ESPN top one play to win that fucking game against a team like Charlotte. For me, Orlando was no different this time around.
Yeah,
We controlled the entire game. We missed so many opportunities. Set piece goal again. I know it was a run in the play, but what I mean more so, it was an aerial ball, right? That Julian couldn't win. He couldn't step up to this guy, or at very minimum, hacer estorbo, to make it difficult for him.
I want to talk about this goal though.
Bond didn't come
Yeah.
out of out to get he. I think Bond probably could have came out and grabbed that ball. There's elements, a few different things, and that was it. Quite frankly, that was it. From Orlando, they might
Yeah.
have had an opportunity or two, but
In the second
I
half,
don't
and then the
recall
second half.
vividly. Maybe whatever it was, yeah. But even then, apart from that, was all us. And my
Mhm.
thing is, I get that people are like, oh well, positivity is that we created chances.
No.
We had good possession. We just, we moved the ball around. Whatever the hell they want to say. It's clear to me that we're missing a cold-blooded player. We don't
Yeah.
have that. We don't have a player that is gonna find, with that Ronaldo type of, mentality, with that Zlatan type of mentality. Those guys that when moment is looking bleak, when shit's wild, like it's not. Whereas this is looking bad. We don't have that one guy we know. Oh, he's gonna get an opportunity. He's gonna put in the back of the net. Like we never feel at ease. We going to have zero. I mean, losing 1-0. I don't know about you guys, but I was already like, all right, I don't think we're gonna win this game, because
No,
if
hell
by
no.
halftime we haven't tied that game, I'm like,
Okay.
it's us. It's Galaxy. We're back. Same shit. Actually, no, we're not back. We're same Galaxy. Nothing different. The first game against New York was probably our best performance. Maybe sure it's Seattle, but guess what? We still got that fat ass L, right? We still lost. I have nothing to say. It's
I-
pathetic. Quite frankly, it's pathetic. It's just a copy and paste from Charlotte, and that's exact. This game is exactly what I said Charlotte was. Right? This is what I said. All Charlotte. If Charlotte
Hey.
would score one goal, this is exactly what we're looking at. Orlando, the Orlando game. The only difference,
Eh,
obviously, moment of brilliance, and we got that goal. And we got the 3 points in the game that we should have absolutely beat the shit out of Charlotte, and we probably should have done so with Orlando. But guess what? We didn't.
I completely agree with you.
So, Masa, you wanted to bring up that goal, and I have thoughts on that goal too. So, kick off that goal, and how it happened, because honestly, like in the replay, like it cuts right into where the cross, right? Like you have to see it in the replay to kind of understand like what happened. But let's talk about that goal.
Um, I don't want to say it's not Julian's fault, but I
Come
mean
on.
it's co- f- it's it's a whole defensive error, bro. Like that's
Okay,
just a
I
whole defensive
agree.
breakdown.
I'll let you finish. My bad. Yeah, you're wrong. Though.
Raheem Edwards goes in crazy, doesn't take down the man, doesn't get to the ball, gets left behind. Then the Pew tries to close down. The Pew eats shit, and then Bali has to fucking try and cover, and then that perfect ball into the second post, which Julian should have at least jumped.
Yes.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But that whole play from the start
Yes.
to the finish, it's everybody's fault, bro.
Yes. It's one of those.
Every defensive player, but everybody just wants to talk about Julian this, Julian that.
It is
No,
Like,
Julian.
no, no,
Fuck
no.
that. No, this one
I
is
don't think it
Julian.
is.
100%.
It's one of those. It's one of those plays where you play the. It was one of those plays from beginning to end. Beginning to end. Dupuy, you fucking idiot! You can't stay up on your feet. That pissed
Nah,
me off.
man.
But hold on. But as a defender, you should never trail the ball with your eyes if the ball is being centered into your box. That's my thing. I've never played defender in my life, but I understand as a forward or as somebody that's cutting in. If you see a defender trailing the ball with their eyes, you cut them off and you beat them to that. And that's exactly what they did. At least put a body up. He stared at the ball while a man got in front of him and got a clean header. There was nobody on that ball. You're a defender, Masa. You understand that. That's my that's my anger towards him.
Man,
That
yeah,
at least
and I'm
at
not
least
saying,
go
and
up there and
I'm
foul
not
it.
saying
And
no.
I'm not putting the whole goal on him because the defense that led up to the play was bad.
That
But
shit was
at least
terrible.
be the good part of that sequence.
Yeah, he wasn't there. I
I-
100% agree with you. I'm not saying that.
Rudy, let
I'm
me hear what
just
you got to say. I'm curious because I know you don't agree with me.
yeah, I don't agree. I don't even agree that it is necessarily a lot of defensive mistakes, right? Where I'll put a little blame is on Raheem for not taking that foul, getting that yellow, stopping the play right. What happens to the Pew is just fucking unfortunate because it wasn't like the player's movement that they made him fall. He just
just
loses
fell
his
over.
fucking footing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he just
And
did.
that right there, when he loses his footing, like fucks everything up. Because the boys, even with not being able to stop him, they transition correctly. Like we have people, but that slip kind of shifts everybody. Julian, I think, like I don't even think it's a mistake that he didn't jump. I think the mistake is just like not readjusting or not being aware quick enough, right? Like, 'cause it happens bang bang. So by the time he walks that, like that was already on his neck and shit. You know what I mean? It's that like I think we transition well,
Okay,
but
let
when
me
you
ask you
dive
a
like that,
question.
like you have to make that stop, right? And then if the pre doesn't doesn't trip over himself, I don't think that play develops the way it does. It was
I have a
bad. It was
question.
just fucked up. Yeah.
I have a question because and don't don't fall on this too long. But we're over here talking about Julian being a European player. These are the type of plays that happen in European. Is bang, 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 go. You're out here.
Yeah. And you see those goals all the time too, though. Like it's not like you only see them in MLS. Like you see those goals. Like how many times have you seen like a player slip?
Yeah, Barca conceded
and-
4. You didn't see those? Bang, bang, bang. I mean, Barca, Real Madrid
Madrid.
conceded
Madrid.
It happens.
Yeah.
That shit happens. Like, hey, listen, I'm not upset about that goal. To be quite frank with you guys, I'm not upset with that goal. I see where the mistakes happen. I definitely think that a lot has to do with the fact that like the pew fucking slipped, right? Like that's just unfortunate.
I
'Cause
wish
it
we had a
fucks with the
camera
shape.
on Julian because I wanted to see him overlook his shoulder.
Yeah.
If you
And
look
it's
at the
too late.
replay, if you look
Uh-huh.
at the replay, it's very clear what happens with Julian. I had to show Massa because Massa was saying it wasn't Julia's fault.
Did he
I had
overlook
to
his
show him.
shoulder?
You look at the entire thing. There's enough time from when that cross happens to everything. What happens is Julian complete. Yes, there is. Go look at it. Go
No,
watch
I
the
seen
replay
it.
again.
I seen it.
There's
I seen
enough.
it.
There's enough time for Julian to react. First of all, he lost his mark. That's what happened. Really, he lost his mark. He had no idea where his mark was.
So he didn't
lost his
overlook
mark.
his shoulder.
He didn't look at anything. He lost his mark.
Okay.
Why do you think the forward jumps up or whoever's got him, he was forward, but wing or
Okay.
whatever you want to call it, jumps up with no one because Julian has no idea where he is. Listen, Julian smacked the motherfucker. Was it against New York inside the box? He completely he lost his mark. He completely lost his mark. Otherwise, he probably would have done some shit like that. And I would have been okay with that in that situation. Fuck it. You know what? You lost your mark. Fuck that. Take him down. At least do something. Because then you still give what's his face Bond an opportunity at least to try to stop a PK.
Yeah.
I listen. If again this play, I'm not necessarily upset about it because there was mistakes, right? But it wasn't like oh my god, like this is happening all the fucking time. Like tell me when else.
All the time.
It's not though. Like it's not.
We
Oh my god.
are conceding balls through the air.
What are you talking about? But like transition wise though, like this didn't happen because of the cross. It happened because of transition.
It was.
It happened because it happened to transition goal though, right? The defense wasn't set.
Really transition goal. Yeah.
Oh my! What you talking about? Like, it's a counter attack from a corner kick, Angel. It's a counter attack from a corner kick.
Everyone was back there to defend.
And that's because they transitioned correctly, bro. Like
defending.
They're all there. The one thing that fucks it up is the pew slipping, right? Because if it doesn't slip, there's not a shift. I'm not saying, and the guy doesn't get that cross the way he does. He doesn't get that space to make that cross and make it a pinpoint cross. That cross is nice, right? Again, I'm not even like they would have scored that goal and we win 3-1. I'm not even necessarily tripping on that goal. The fact that matters, they just scored that goal in the 9th minute. In the 9th fucking minute. After they had nothing before that, they had nothing after that until like 75th, 80th minute, and we couldn't do anything about it. Like again, I wasn't upset at the goal because if you look at who's back, the players
I'm upset
are
at that goal. Fuck, that's stupid. No, fuck that. That was a trash.
You can be upset all you want. You can be upset all you want, but how many times has that happened this season? They transition correctly. It's only one slip, or the foul not happening before that. That kind of makes the whole thing happen. But like as a transition,
and no one challenging for that aerial ball. Are you serious?
I'm telling you, that was bang bang to me. That was bang to me. Like it's not like listen. It wasn't like Julian's sitting there just looking at it, right? Like that. Like he shifts that way and he shifts that way and it crosses over. When he goes this, he's already coming over him. Come on, like you're being harsh, and that's and you could. That's what you see it. So I'm not saying
we could be harsh on a $10 million man though.
I'm not saying you guys are wrong. Listen, I'm not gonna say you're wrong because that's the way you see it, right? But if the way I see it, like that happens in his bang bang, and it really the only reason it's disorganized, the only reason he gets a chance to put that cross.
I think you're just trying to find a positive for this team in that one because that to me is no, there's no saving grace.
The transition this year versus the last 5 years, 100% positive. What's not
what's frustrating to me?
How to fucking get a result.
You know what's frustrating to me?
If it's positive,
I would accept this if that transition was against a team like Seattle. I would be okay if it was a team that actually knows how to transition. We're losing that transition to a team like Orlando. That's my
We
fault.
didn't lose. Listen again. Like that transition was covered until the pre slipped.
It's always going to be a what if though. It's always going to be a what if.
What I'm saying is like how many times have you seen this happen this season?
We're only 3-4 games into the season though.
Yeah.
We're like,
How many times have you seen it last season though? Like it was constant, right? Like we couldn't transition.
we're
Three,
like
And
four
am I
games
saying
into
something
the season
wrong?
against one of the
second,
worst teams
third
that we're
best.
playing against.
All
But
right, listen,
Orlando's not
with
a bad
Seattle,
team.
with Seattle,
Jesus Christ.
with Seattle, they couldn't transition on us, and that's not a bad team.
Yes, I heard, but we've sat here on this podcast saying that we play down to opponent's level. We let a team like
All right,
Orlando
but see,
transition us.
now you're
Orlando-
arguing now you're arguing two different things. Now you're arguing two different things, right?
That is a different argument. Yeah.
That's two different things. I'm just saying, like I think that we're better transition. That goal is a fucked up. It's a blooper goal because of the slip, right? And then if you want to say like the boys could have been more aware of their shit, like fine, you can argue that too. But like, honestly, like it doesn't happen the way it happens if he doesn't slip, right? Because he puts pressure on him, and that cross might be a better cross, and then it might still end the result same thing. But at least there's pressure there, right? Like by the time they try to shift back towards him, like he has that cross, and it's a really nice cross, right? I don't think Bond has anything to do to come out there because that's going away from him. So that you don't catch that, you do sack stepping, right? Against Costa Rica or whatever. it was. So I don't think blame. You want to blame on Julian that he should react faster? A little harsh, but you know, I won't argue.
should blame
argue
Julian.
too hard for that.
I
Yeah,
blame
won't argue too
Julian
hard.
100%.
You should
I
blame
agree with you.
Julian.
I won't,
If
again,
he's
I won't
if
argue
he's of
that
the
too hard.
caliber of going to Europe, then yeah, you should blame him.
And that's where I maybe you know what maybe that's why I'm being harsh on Julian and putting it on him as opposed to putting on the whole team and lack of transition. Well, just a fuck up in transition. I think is that because if you're supposed to be this hot shot defender, you should know better. How do you lose your mark? I don't care about where the play was going in transition, something like that, bro. Fuck that. Fuck that. No. And the fact that he can even jump, at least jump, pretend, just give me a George, give me a George, at least,
Oh, yeah.
Give me
And
something.
that's better.
Hell yeah, I miss
Yes,
it on
it
purpose.
is.
That's better. Come on,
Absolutely.
man.
I'm not worth $10 million
So,
though. That's the difference.
You guys are harsh. I believe you guys are harsh. I don't think.
But we should be
Okay.
harsh. We should be harsh on the good team, on
Well,
the
you
good
know,
players of our team.
What I don't understand is like how when I'm concerned about the attitude and some of the mannerisms that he does that I don't feel are good traits. You guys are like, nah, we need that, and then like one simple mistake, like it's like he's not.
It shouldn't be a simple mistake.
That's the
It was
beauty of a
simple.
podcast, though. We all have different
It was-
opinions.
Right, different opinions is just a little polarizing on you guys, right? Because it goes from one end and then on random shit. Or
I've
based on
always been
whatever
harsh
you
on
guys
Julian, though. On the last podcast, I said you attack that side because he's our weak side. I mean, he's proved me right,
Like, again, he was in the middle, right?
but it's
He was
coming
in the
from
middle.
his side.
No.
The player's coming from his side from behind him.
Well, where's the ball coming from? Like, so he's covering inside.
But
So you
his
can't blame
player,
him.
that's what I'm saying. If you see the player coming from your side, at least put a body up. That's what I'm saying. He had no vision of the player.
What was he man marking him?
You on a transitional play as a defender,
What-
you're
what-
still
what are you
supposed to
doing?
see the person around you. I'm not a
But you
defender,
cra-
but
but
Angel
you
and
cra-
Masa
but you
could be around
crashing-
you saying
But
in
listen,
a transitional play, you
could-
see everything around you. Just like in an offensive, before you get the ball, you look around you to see what players are around you. Same thing in a defense, I assume.
But then, really, if he's sono marking, then how come he wasn't marking the
It's not
correct
even
zone?
it's
And then-
not- oh, they're
because
crashing into the
Rudy
middle.
just said that the Pew slipped, so Koulibaly had to shift to that side, and Julian had to shift to
They
the
So
middle.
then
crash
you're
in the
ready to
middle.
shift. It's basic shifting.
That's exactly where he gets caught because they're all coming in, right? Like if you see them, like they're all diagonally coming in, crashing into the
So
middle.
the fault's on the midfielder because the midfielder should have shifted to help out Julian.
Delgado was there. He was covering someone else.
Listen, I'm telling you, like the big problem here. And again, in my
That we
opinion,
suck.
is the way
It's Edwards. To me, it
we
was
do
Edwards.
suck though. Like again, that's
We're
just
not
one
a good
foul,
team.
right?
Suck.
To me,
Again,
it was Edwards.
it's
That
just
play was on Edwards.
Shit, I hope our marketing media team's nice because this year we need something. We struggling.
No,
Yeah,
I got a fucking shoebox as a season ticket member with a shitty ass fucking scarf. Fuck out of here with that.
Hey, we struggling there too, Papi. It's all
We're
good.
struggling. Fuck, we suck, man. Fuck.
do we suck? You guys think
Yeah.
we suck?
Right now, yeah, I say so. 2 of 2, 50%. We 50%.
We're not a good team. We're not a good team.
We're average at best.
We're 7th, 8th place at best.
I don't even know how to defend these schools right now, right? Because I see again. I'll go back to what I was talking about all off season about like marginal step ups, right? Just like marginal step up.
Yep,
and
yep.
We should be there. Now, I am seeing, at least personally seeing, marginal step up, but that has not culminated to making the team any better, right? Like I see, like the addition of Delgado, I think that's a major plus in our midfield. Our midfield looks competent. Like again, I think it works well when we're transitioning.
Yep.
I even like some of what Cabral is doing, which is unfortunate because I like it initially and then it's like fuck, right? Like it's always like that's good, fuck, right? I think Chicharito like he looks fit and he's working. I I like Costa. Like Costa, surprisingly, I don't think he's been the game changer yet, but I can see like the impact on the team. I like a lot of little things, but
We're
then
about to see his impact.
but as a collective though, like where's that left us with a victory in 90th minute versus the NYCFC, right? A wonder shot by Efra versus Charlotte to get 3 points out of there. A solid game versus Seattle, still not enough to beat them, and
Oh, fuck
and
you,
one
Rudy. I just saw this shit again. Fuck
and
off.
one. Can
Mm,
I finish that? Can I finish my point and then you come back to
yeah,
whatever you
sorry.
want to
Yeah.
rant about?
Yep. Yep. No,
Cool.
that's okay. Just go watch. I'm gonna say just watch the replay again.
Yeah, watch the replay again. I watch this stuff.
Mhm.
And I lost my train of thought. But yeah, so like not enough to actually get us the points we need, right? Man, based on like again, if we just looked at this team based on and I think even then we have difference because I see the creations, I see the way they're attending shit, just not a certain way, right?
I don't
I
see
see all that,
it.
and I would grade them higher than I would if I didn't know the results of these games, because I'm not necessarily too upset of what I see on the field, except the fact that we can't finish, or the fact that we're like our chances are not clear enough to fucking make it a real goal scoring opportunity, and that's the frustrating part for me.
I don't see any creation. I don't see it, and it's crazy because I've always played winger forward, so I see the offense and I see it like, you know what, we're losing with intention. We're losing with attention. Just like Masa says, fuck it, let's lose, but let's lose and let's fight. Let's fight for that shit. That's a defensive mindset. I want to lose, but if I see creation, then I feel a little bit better about us losing.
So let
I
me
don't.
ask you, like, what do you define creation, right? Because I'm interested in that, because and I'll
We are
answer
getting
after you.
opportunities.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
like, well,
opportunities,
what do you
but how the
define?
opportunities are falling for us.
Yeah, that's what
Creation to
Bro,
me,
we
creation
had
to me is a goal against Seattle. That's a creation play. Touch from the side, touch towards the middle. Your midfielder runs in, you touch it, and it's a simple touch to your forward, because that's the forward that we have.
That's
That's
because
the forward that we
we're
picked
not
up. Hold on,
attacking
hold on,
through
hold
the
on, hold on.
middle.
Let me talk. That's the forward that we picked up. We
We're
picked up
not.
a forward. We picked up a forward to put the ball in, and anytime he's going to be in front of that goal, he's going to finish that ball. We got to cater to what we brought. This is our coach brought this player in. We cater to that. So that's what we got to create to. For us creating to, like, oh shit, well, we hit the post, we hit this, we hit a wonder shot, we hit another post. That's not creating to me. We need to create to what we have. We cater to that player.
but see, like again, if for example, right, and these are stats, and I know stats, are weird, but like it's 20 shots.
Stats don't mean anything to me though.
Hold on. We created 20 shots, right? We created 20
How many
shots.
on target?
Three.
I'm about to tell you right now.
Yeah,
We
tell
had
me
3 on
that.
target.
It's a finishing issue.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen,
20,
hold on,
20 on
hold on. We had 3 on target and seven blocks. That means on direction of target, except a foot, a player got in front of it, right? So it's not like we missed 17 shots at all wild. There was a block. I said it again. What you define creation? Because like the way when they take these shots, when they're looking at the opportunities, it is the cross, it is the outlet out wide to get the ball back in. Like the chances are being created in a way that I'm more happy than fucking Zlatan ball.
To rephrase that, I want the shots that are being taken on this goal to come from people that need to be taking these shots. I don't want a Revelison throwing a shot from the outside of the box. And listen, that's fine. That's okay with me. But I want our Costas, I want our Chicharitos, I want our Alvarez to be taking these shots and hitting them wide, or getting them on target. I don't need a Raheem Edwards to be putting in a shot on me, because that's not what we need. Sure, what you're doing is great. You're our biggest threat right now as an offensive threat. Raheem Edwards is our biggest threat.
That's crazy.
But that's by design. It's not by him going crazy.
Yeah.
It's by design.
Is
Like,
it?
like he's
That's by design.
Oh, that's by design.
We're not attacking down the middle. We're overloading the wings. That's what
That's
we're
by
doing.
design.
That's
so,
how we
So what are we
attack.
doing
That's
on
how
the
we
right
create.
side then?
Same thing with Julian and Acosta. Like Julian is the one that pushes up, and Acosta kind of
Julian
drops in.
and Cabral. Same shit. We
It
overlap.
doesn't look the same. It looks very one-sided on one side. If we're doing it the same thing, it looks very one-sided on one side.
I think Raheem is just standing out a little bit, and it might back up your argument there, but I think Raheem is just standing out because my guy, like his work rate, Raheem's work rate. I'll say it again, his work rate is ridiculous. Like the way he defends.
What you guys are saying essentially is that we're just playing down the wings, right?
That's what we're doing. It's
So
obvious.
how's that any different than what GBS was doing? How's that
Because we're not
any
going
different
inline and
than?
crossing.
Okay, listen,
Because we're looking for
how's that
chances
any different than Zlatan ball? How's that any different, really?
because we're not crossing. We're not going inline
I
and
don't
crossing
see a
into the ball.
difference though.
But again, like you're not seeing this because you don't want to, right? Like it's not always run down the wing, cross in, right? They cut back in and you look for
Yeah, they
you look for
cut. They
Vasquez
try to look
mostly,
at someone at
and
the
then
top of the box.
it's
I
a
get that, but are we?
listen.
But we're not really though.
How would
We're
you?
not creating.
Oh, we're
Creation
not
to me
scoring.
is
We're not
having clear
scoring. We're
chances.
creating.
But
We
we
have
don't
clear
have clear
chances.
chances per game. We have what, 3 clear chances per game? You
Again,
just said we had 2
listen.
shots on goal.
We have no.
Or 3 shots
That's
on
not
goal.
what I
What
said.
was it?
Yeah, yeah.
3
Yeah,
shots.
it's
We had
three shots on
It's 10
target,
totals
Okay, 3 shots on
and 7
target.
shots blocked. Right?
but 7 shots blocked. So that means there was at
Additional
least
10
10
shots. So like
shots
half
on
of the shots
target,
we took. Yeah.
or 10 shots headed to goal, and
Direct and
3
directional
only
goal.
made 3 were saved by a goalkeeper.
I honestly need to
chances are
watch the
there.
game to see what they count as a shot on goal because I
I don't
personally me
remember
and I could tell
that
you
many
everyone on the
opportunities.
chat is not going to be like, yo, we had 10 shots that were about
That
to go
first,
in or potentially of going in because I want to see what they marked down
yo,
because
there was like
we
there
can
was
sit
like
here
3.
talking about
that
these
one too.
numbers.
There was like 3 before the goal, and that's 9 minutes into the game, right? And then there was a flurry after the goal. The second half, let's talk because we have some fucking subs in there that are a little worrisome. But like we had that first half, like we walk out of there 1-0 down, and it's so dumb, right? Listen, you guys saw the Barcelona Real Madrid game?
Yes,
Mhm.
sir.
All right, like that game should have finished 7-8-0.
8-0. 8-0. Easy.
Right, like it should have finished a lot more, right? But
Mama Yang's fucking
misopportunities.
whack.
But and maybe it wasn't that clear, but like the Galaxy should have been up 3-1, maybe 4-1 at the half
in this game.
in this game. First
I
half,
guess that's what it is for me. And look, Rudy, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I think you're right, actually. Just hearing you and it makes sense. I think it's not think, it's just fact. Is the cloudy judgment I have on our team right now that's making me see it a certain way because I want to perceive it that way. So what you're saying is fact. I think you're right, 100%. But I think right now I think right now that was the clarification for me. Your comparison to that Barcelona Real Madrid game, it's that right. We see that Barcelona Real Madrid game, and obviously I'm not saying that this is Barcelona Real Madrid, but what I'm saying is you see that game and you should. Everyone says right now Barcelona should have probably won 8-0, right, 7-0, because they had so many clear opportunities, and that's what it is for me. I don't recall that many clear opportunities. We have opportunities, sure, good saves, whatever, but I don't really remember clear opportunities of saying like, "Fuck, man, we should have easily won 5-1." Sure, sure, open end. I think what you're saying, everything is fine, but maybe that's what it's for me. I can't tell you right now that I have anything clear in my mind saying, "Damn, unlucky day." It's just one of those days where the ball just didn't want to go in. I can't be mad at our team, right? At least I don't remember it like that. Maybe also because it was 2 weeks ago, and also now when I'm watching these games, I'm just numb. I'm not sure while the game's happening. I'm like, come on, like whatever. But at this point, it just I don't think it hurts the way it used to anymore. It's just like fuck it, whatever.
it goes
It's
back to
expected. It's expected. And that's the bad
Okay,
part.
you know what? I think George hits it right there. To me, it's expected, right? Because what I just say, Orlando to me was basically what Charlotte was to me,
Yeah.
and that's bad.
And so like going back to what you just said right now, like against Charlotte, I called it that. I called it a bad day at the office. I called it like it just didn't go in for us. Fucked up. Any other day we scored 6-7 on them, or whatever I said, right? But then fast forward 3 weeks after that, and at home versus Orlando, and again, like Masa says, Orlando's not a bad team. They didn't look like a good team. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I'll tell you that when I'll tell you. But listen,
They don't play nice, but they get results.
They obviously
But
did
Rudy
because they
said
got
they
1-0.
don't.
But
And
But
at the
Rudy
end of
never
the day,
said,
that's
okay,
what you
right,
play for.
right. But Rudy did not say that they're not winning. Rudy said they don't look like a good team.
yeah, they don't look like a good team.
It's two
And,
different
and
things.
so
It's two different things. So I get what Rudy's
and when,
saying. I get what Rudy's
and when
saying.
you have a carbon copy of Charlotte, I can't call it bad day at the office anymore because you did the same thing. I mean, you said it right. Like you did the exact same thing here at home versus Orlando, a team that we all thought we were going to beat, as you did in Charlotte with a team that's not a good team either, and they all thought we were going to beat by multiple goals, right? They gotta pass against Charlotte because we won that game. How do you give them pass this game when you lose that game, right? And again, like I told you, we have difference in opinion when it comes to the goal they scored. That, like to me, that's for me is excusable. What's not excusable is not being able to return that, right? And by a few, not being able to score
With the
on
players that we have in the attack,
that
supposedly.
part. That
right?
part,
On
right?
paper.
That
But
part.
we're back to the on paper bullshit.
Yeah, man, and I don't know what it is, right? Listen, we have Brian from that voice talking about
Fuck Nag boys.
Vanny ain't it, right? I'll say this, right, and please share your thoughts on this. I think Vanny is more it than what we're getting from our players,
We've been comparing
right?
shit to shit. GBS was it, but our players wasn't giving it. I said Vanny does not. Vanny's a defensive coach, and defensively we're not great. Offensively, we're not great. Vanny's not the coach for this team. Oh, sure, he's been a alumni. It is what it is. I don't give a fuck. I'd rather have someone from DC United be an old DC United player, be our coach, and be a better coach than an alumni being our coach. That doesn't mean
Van
shit to me.
Olsen?
But Vanny's
What
proven
means shit to me
in
is
MLS.
winning, huh?
Vanny's proven in MLS, bro. Like I don't.
Okay,
get-
he's proven in MLS, maybe with a different FO. Maybe it's not Vanny. Maybe our FO is bad. Maybe who he has in charge is bad. Maybe that's it. But then,
I don't know, man. I have
but
to
then,
question
save
Vanny
your
right
hate.
now.
But then save your hate for JBS.
I'm not
Save your
GBS
hate for a lot of other players,
We didn't have
a
the
lot of
right
other
players
coaches that
to
came through this.
coach.
But as of right now, just as GBS took that hate, Vanny needs to take that same hate too.
I don't know. I'm not in that boat for sure, not yet at least.
Let me tell
Of
you
course you're
why.
not.
Let me
Yeah,
tell you
of
why
course
I'm
you're not.
questioning it.
Maybe that's-
Because of the players that we brought in, right?
His players.
His players that have
His
been brought in.
players.
That DP acquisition that I'm still questioning to this day. I mean, at this point, it is what it is. You know, I gotta make do with what I have. When you know that you have Chicharito as your striker, that's your DP striker, and you bring in Douglas Costa to be the other DP. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. We're not creating that middle. We're relying on Victor Vasquez to do this, and he's injury prone now, obviously. And two, he clearly can't go the full 90 minutes. You're saving what's supposed to be your saving grace, and Efrain Alvarez, he's not it for 90 minutes. He sure is off the bench, I guess. But that's a problem, you know, when you think about the long term of the season. I'm not just thinking about the one game that just happened, right? I'm thinking about the long term, what this is looking like for the remainder of the year, and that it's concerning, right? And a lot of these are Vanny's decisions.
What's the concern?
You know,
what's the concern? Let's be specific on the concern because I want to hear what
okay.
this is.
My concern is if let's say we do go, we were sorry, we're relying on the likes of players like Victor Vasquez, right? We're relying on the likes like Sasha. We're relying on the likes like Efrain Alvarez. Right now, even Costa, to me, sure, I get that he looks good, he moves the ball right, all that stuff, but to me, he's not doing enough right now for being that DP guy. However, I'm gonna cut him some slack because
Mhm.
he's still brand new, right? Still new. Even then, right now, we don't even know he's gonna play against Portland, right? We'll get to that, which is already on that shit, right?
Douglas Costa dos
Anyways,
Santos, baby.
right. So Cabral, the fact that and I get why we signed Cabral. Well, why Cabral was our DP guy, because then you can do what you can do with Efrain Alvarez, and you can do what you can do with Araujo. But then that means now you invested in Araujo and Efrain Alvarez.
Yeah.
Araujo, still a coin flip. We still think he's gonna end up making some, or we'll make some money off him. So regardless of how he started, but Efrain Alvarez right now is questionable. Right now, I still want to give him. I still need him to start a few more games before we can be like, yo, this ain't it. So that gamble is not gonna pay out basically, right? Gambling and making Cabral a DP to see what happens with Efra and Araujo. That's three players right there that we're hoping are gonna be essential for this team in the long run. And right now, two of them are not panning out, and the third, who's supposed to be it, is starting off probably worse than the other two. Right, so that's concerning. Those decisions right there are concerning. You bring in a player in Jovic, right, to be the supporter, to be the backup. I get that. But at this point, you're 4 games in, and we finally see a sighting of him with 10 minutes left in the game when you're losing, right? And you don't decide to change something sooner. You wait till like the 10th minute. Grand Sir, who I heard on another podcast, them say that he's not dynamic enough, that he's not a difference maker, anything
Fuck
like
off.
that. You gotta fuck off. He comes
Don't
in and
watch soccer.
he's clearly the guy with the most intent. And it's hard to say that he hasn't been impactful because, quite frankly, he hasn't been impactful. But that's because he's not getting enough time to try to do something.
Yeah.
Right? And he's coming in with the likes of other players that are just not it. Sasha, Efrain Alvarez right now.
No.
Rudy, you're making that face.
Our
Sasha's
investment,
not it.
No,
our
you're
investment,
not
in,
it.
our
He's
investment,
not
in,
our difference
our
maker
investment
right
in
now.
Cabral
I'm
is hurting Granzier.
Man, listen, I'm sorry. Like, I do like. First of all, let me say I like Renzer a lot, and I like seeing him in the field a lot, right? But if we're just talking about intent, then Cabral's your guy. If we're just talking about intent, because he has a lot of intent. He can't figure out the last fucking move or the last pass, but intent. My guy drives. My guy's doing things. He's pushing. Like he wanted this year. He still hasn't figured out how to do it.
How much
But
of
we're
that
not
didn't we
talking about
see from
intent.
Granzier last year, though?
Okay, but again, when he's come on, and I get it, it's limited time. When he's come on,
Yeah, that's the
what has he
problem.
done?
See, but I'm not saying that it
Well,
should be
this,
1-for-1. I've said this before. I think both should be starting.
Mhm.
If Cabral is
But
going
you're
to be
not
one
sitting
side, to
Costa.
me,
But you're not
Granzier,
sitting Costa
right,
though.
right. Again, it's poor decision making by Greg Vanny and the choices he decided to make. Listen, I have my concerns, and all these are
listen,
concerns that I have for the remainder of the season, right? And then also, what happens if one of these guys goes down or two of them go down? Who do we have as depth, right? We have still more concerns right there, And there's just a lot to it right now. Again, it's 4 games in, and I'm starting to question certain things. Obviously, we got plenty of time. We still have a lot of time to turn things around, right, and make changes. So I'm hoping that Vanny starts reacting sooner to games instead of the last 10 minutes to make a change. An attacking minded change. You make it sooner. Fuck it, gamble at home. You're already gambling with
my
other shit.
problem
Why
with
not gamble
Vanny,
there?
my problem with Vanny's with the subs is very strategic. Is very uniformed every time. 60th minute, 75th minute, 60th minute, 75th minute. If it wasn't for the Costa injury, there wouldn't have been a halftime sub. And that's not soccer to me. To me, soccer is you see a change, you make it happen, you switch it. It's not just
listen,
like, oh, it's a 60th minute. Let's you. I'm gonna switch in.
but I don't know that right there, George. You're bugging, right? Because I told you that
How?
because at the end of the first half, we should have been up 4-3-1. So it's not like it wasn't working.
It's
Like it was
subjective.
effectively
That's
running.
subjective, though.
No, it's not
It's
objective.
subjective.
It's not. No, the team are performing better. The
So
team
who do we
performed better
blame
than
for
Orlando.
not being up 4-1? Who do we blame?
Listen.
Players.
Let's say a name. So that's 4 goals. 4 goals that we did not score. So who are we blaming
Yeah.
for those 4
So
goals? Let's say some names then.
Listen to what I'm saying, though, right? You're saying like Angel brought it up. Like who on the bench is going to be better than what they were playing right now? And you can't tell me Granzier because Costa. So I heard his injury was early on in the game, and he didn't really notice that he was injured in the first half.
Yes.
Right. So you
10
don't pull him
minutes.
out.
10
Supposedly, he
minutes
was
into the
feeling like
game.
he felt like
10
around
minutes into the
15
game, he
minutes,
couldn't
something like that,
explode.
yeah.
Is what was said. He couldn't
something like
explode.
that, 10, 15 minutes. Yeah.
And he still provided. He still was part of that first half, right? So like again, with the way they created, like, I don't think you need to make the sub at the 45th minute. I think that
You
just
think that
again
they should create it though? It's subjective because I don't feel that they created.
But there's no objectiveness there when there's stats to prove that, right? Because there's was shots created. Like you can't tell me those didn't happen because they did.
But I'm asking you, what's considered a shot on goal? Because I'm watching the replay right now. I'm seeing the replay right now.
So
and there's shots that Victor Vasquez are hitting with the outside of the foot that barely hits anywhere, and the defender deflects it. If you're considering that a shot to me, then we're both we're not talking
shots.
We're talking apples to oranges. We're talking apples to oranges because that's not a shot to me, and you're considering it to your stat shot.
Right. So let's say you're right. Let's say you're 100% right. Those shots are garbage. Nobody's making a shot. Nobody's actually doing anything. Who are you bringing at halftime?
But but then that adds to my thing where Vanny is not it. Vanny brought in these players.
But again, I'm arguing that I don't think changes were needed at half. You're arguing that they would. Like, so I'm asking, like, who would you bring in?
Okay, so my thing is Cabral should not be changed in at the 60th, 70th minute. Joveljic shouldn't be a like, oh, it's a 70th, 80th minute switch. Let's switch. So you see, based on what's happening in the game, and his switches are very uniform. I have to switch someone because it's got into the time where I usually switch someone. If you feel and I've gone on here and said, why don't we put Joveljic and Chicharito? It's like, oh well, who are we gonna take out? What are we gonna do? We gotta put in Sasha because it's a switch for a switch, and I don't agree with that. You need to see how the game is playing out, and I think that he makes changes just to be uniform with what he likes to do, and it's not right.
Again, I'll say this much, right? I think maybe a change should happen, but it's not like I have a quick decision on who I want to bring in if I need to make changes, right? Because again, given the fact that the players on our field haven't really scored, but they've been, at least in my opinion, they've been working, they've been creating chances. I'm not gonna be hot to bring in Efra, right? If the team is still creating chances for me, right? I'd rather have I'd rather have Chicha in there, I'd rather have Costa in there, I'd rather have Vasquez in there, who I believe if they get open shot, they're more likely to put in a goal than I would Granzier, than I would Efra, than I would Jovelik. I think Jovelik had a dope ass games against Leva, and we remember that. But most of the time, he's not that level. So I wouldn't bring him in immediately. Like I'd rather stay in the field with Chicha, with Vasquez and the players that I have. So like
Yeah.
I don't I mean I don't think the depth is in. I
But
don't
my
think the
thing for
answer
that
is that
in the Seattle
Vasquez
game,
dies out though. It's not
it,
that I would not want Vasquez. Vasquez dies out. That's
the thing.
problem.
And we saw a tired Seattle defense when we were playing that. And when Vasquez needed to come off, I didn't see a like for a like because it shouldn't have been another slow player coming in for that. That's my problem with Vanny. It should have been another attacking piece that was going to actually penetrate that defense. And I think Jovelik was the answer to that.
like Jovelik is not a
He's
how
young,
do you
but
see
because
how do you see him penetrate
he's
though?
young, yo. Because he's
No,
young,
how do you see him
though.
penetrate? No, it's just the way he plays. I don't see like he's not going to be the penetrator.
He's
Like
going to
he's
be the
what
person that takes the ball into the, and then that collapses the defense. We could sit here and talk about this, and Asasha's not that person. Asasha's going to stop the play and look out wide and look somewhere out wide, and he's going to take it off of him. I need a player when the defense is tired, not to look out wide and then go. I need a player from the middle to attack down. The defense is tired.
And that's been Grant Sears' role when he's come in, right?
Not down the middle.
We're going in circles here. Listen,
Yeah, we are. Yeah,
again, I don't think my biggest concern with the whole team. I'll tell you right now, and then let's talk about Portland real quick because we're already an hour in. My biggest concern with the team right now is that morale they had at the beginning of the first couple games is gonna go to shit, right? Because against Seattle, that has to be frustrating, knowing that you played your ass off and somehow you still end up losing, right? Against Charlotte, like knowing that you had all those chances created, you dominated the whole game, and you barely scraped out of there with a win. And then now Orlando, you dominate. You create all these chances at home. You have another sellout crowd, right? All that shit going for you.
Dominated against Orlando, though.
We did. We 100% dominated, bro. Oh my god, you didn't watch the right game because we dominated against Orlando. Like Orlando had chances. No, on the game. On the game, the Orlando only had chances the last like 5 minutes of the game, and the goal they scored. That's it. I'm sorry, like that's all they had. But again, my point is like that psyche has to be affected because you do all the right things. And I put them on quote. Hey, listen, and that's what I'm fearful. Like my biggest concern is that part, right? If you don't come out and get you don't get a confident win, which they haven't done so far, right? This whole like the 4 games in, they haven't done so far. If you don't get a confident win, like I don't give a fuck who you are. And listen, we know Chicharito, like Chicharito gets in his feels and shit and gets emotional. Like he's gonna start doubting himself. Cabral, you've seen the doubt when he creeps on him, like he goes even worse than what he is right now, right? Like I think it happens for a lot of these players, and that's my main concern. My main concern is that part, bro. Like if we don't figure out a win against Portland, that's a rut. And this team, I don't think it's cut out to suffer that way. We need to be.
You guys want to hear a positive though? You guys want to hear a positive? Koulibaly.
Accurate. I agree with you.
Koulibaly. That's
I agree with you.
Right now he's 50-50. He's split. He's a galaxy right now. 2 wins, 2 losses for me.
Yeah, get Vanny the fuck off my team. I said it from last season where everyone was drinking that Kool-Aid. Oh, he's an alumni. He's an alumni. Get the fuck off my team. Fuck off.
Right. And I don't.
And your nephew.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I don't know. Oh, no, man. We're going back to circle back. Bring that up. Let's leave that there.
There you go, Eddie. You're welcome.
Very disappointing loss against Orlando. Leaves us a 6 point, and like everybody else in the West is like a 6 point thing. No, I lie. Still sitting in 7th with a few teams having more games than us. 4 games in. Still a lot to play with. Still a lot to play. But now we go up to Portland. Another early game. Portland this Sunday. What are we thinking here? Right? Actually, here, let me ask a question, right?
Or a roster.
We'll talk a little bit about what we think of the match too. Let me ask a question. In the last 6 games, how many games have we won against Portland? I want to see what you guys think. I know that's
off the top 4. No, one against Portland. 2.
1.
I'm going backwards. 2.
I think 2. In the last what?
6.
Alpha 6.
6 games.
I think it's only been 2 games.
I'm saying 1, maybe 1 tie.
No, I think
2 tops.
3.
2.
I think it's 50-50.
On the money. We won 3 and we lost 3. Right?
50-50.
Okay.
which
Nice. There we go.
I thought it was gonna be more lopsided towards
Because
in
you're
favor of
not
Portland.
thinking because you're forgetting the US Open Cup games. We played them like once or twice in US Open Cup play and we
No,
lost up there.
so this is only 2020, 2021. So 16 in the last 2 years, and it's all MLS.
Okay.
Again, surprises me because I thought it was gonna be more lopsided towards in Portland's favor, 50-50 split. Doesn't feel that way for some reason. I felt like Portland would have the edge on that, but it doesn't. What do we think about this game though, right? Because like Portland, they're all right, I guess, right?
Nah, they're
They
better right now. Like us.
Portland doesn't pick up until later in the year though.
Yeah.
Usually early in the season they're still iffy.
Champions League.
so you say we have a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is the fucked up part.
All right, let's talk about it. What do we think of this game? What do we expect from this game? Give me thoughts. I know it's hard because because of what we see versus what we think.
I say this is a replica of the Seattle game.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're probably gonna look better than we expected to in the game. I don't think we're gonna hold back, and that's what I generally think. I mean, at this point, Galaxy have nothing to lose. You're already, on show morale. If you want to pick up that morale, you got to come out. You got to show something. You got to keep. I guess, like Rudy said, right? If you watch if you remove the score lines in these games, I guess the Galaxy's been the best team in all 4 games, right? I guess in this type of situation, I mean, given how things have been going, you gotta keep going. You need to do the same shit. Not necessarily maybe change how your style of play, but come out with the same attitude. Come out to win the game, and if you get a point out of it, then that's a win. But I see it as being another Seattle type of game, where they're probably gonna play better than we expected them to. Now, do they get the result? I'll save my answer.
It also depends, right? Because Massa just said like they're all right team, so it might be just be an all right game and shit. Knowing how we do.
Well,
shit, like,
we
play
play
down.
to our positions level, so we play down to crappier teams and we play up to better teams. So we play to our. We don't play Galaxy soccer. We don't play it. We don't
We
dictate
can't
shit.
dictate it.
We let them dictate how
But
we're
we
gonna
do
play,
though,
and we
man.
catch
Like
up.
I don't even
We
think that's
don't.
the case this year. I don't think it's the case this year. At least in the 2 games that we haven't. At least the 2 games, the Charlotte and Orlando, like those games, we're definitely the better team. 1 game we won, 1 we didn't. So like I don't even know if that's true. I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know why we have podcasts. I don't know shit. I don't know shit.
I don't know what's going on.
Masa, talk to me a little bit about Portland. You share the same thoughts with Angel. What do you think of this?
Yeah, they're pretty trash like us, so it's gonna be a interesting game. I would put my money on a high scoring game.
Hope so.
And hopefully we get the dub. I mean, they're not looking that good. We look good at times, but we can't finish. So hopefully the boys finish.
And we
this
concede
weekend. Yeah, we concede.
2 press goals.
Mm-hmm. But as long as they're not good on set pieces, we're straight. Honestly.
We need to start seeing the
aerial balls. Yeah.
We got to start looking up their stats, huh?
Yeah.
George, what do you think?
I think this is where you activate Derek Williams and you let him know this is the game that took you out last season. No, as a coach, if I were a coach, you talk to him and you talk to Depew because Depew is the one that you sit out. You don't sit out Sega for this game. You talk to Williams and let him know, like, hey, because if Depew or Sega go down, who are we gonna get? Williams? He hasn't played anything. He doesn't have no spark under him, so we're getting him from 0. You spark him up and you let him know, hey, get your shit back together. As a coach, these are the type of conversations
Remember,
you need to have.
he's a female beater. This is it.
Hey, no, these are the conversations as a coach you need to have. This is a crowd that turned against. This is a crowd that changed your season. You need to talk as a coach. You need to say that this changed your season. Go out there and change it for the better now, because we need you. Regardless of if our center backs go down, we're fucked because we're getting with a cold ass Williams that hasn't had any rhythm. He's had maybe 5-6 minutes since the whole four games in the season. That's bad.
You forget about the mighty
Zavaleta,
Zavaleta,
dog.
dog.
Mighty Zavaleta.
Yeah.
Dog, Massa
Forget
just
about
backed
him,
him up because he's Salvi. He's like, oh, well, the Salvi team could do well. Get the fuck off my squad. You and your uncle. Fuck both of y'all.
You and your uncle.
But yeah, but
He's just mad because Guatemala can't even get to Hex.
I don't think we're allowed to. I don't think we're allowed to
No,
yet.
still?
Yeah, I think we're still in the
so.
penalties.
Yeah.
I think we might get fined just by talking about this shit.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
take it easy, dog. Take
Like
it
I said,
easy.
dog. They're playing the islands first, and then maybe.
No, but honestly, it's it. I don't see much from this game. I don't. I contrary to what you think, I don't see creativity in this team. So
Man, but like I don't even know what to expect, to be honest, right? Because this team is so. I just don't know. I'm hoping what Masa said is right. There's a lot of goal scorer. Even if it's like a 3-3 draw. I'm not saying that's a prediction, but I'm saying even if it's 3-3 draw, like I just want the boys to score more than one goal. And feel like they know what the fuck they're doing. Right? Because I think the one thing that they need is they just need these fucking shots and these chances they don't create, apparently, to go in. Right? So like let's go ahead and give some predictions. But I'm just hoping for some goals for the G's, man. G's score goals. Maybe like 3 goals and 1 own goal just to get it all out the way. Just some goals in.
we're scoring goals for sure.
Think so? Listen, like
Yeah.
Portland's been pretty stingy except for one game. You know what I mean? Similar to us. Like they've been stingy.
They got
One
fucked
game.
by Dallas.
Yeah. That's the game I was referring to. They
They
got 4-1.
tied Orlando 1-1.
They did tie Orlando 1-1.
And Orlando's a good
And
team.
In
So it's
Portland.
better than us. So it's better than us because we lost.
Orlando's a
No.
good team.
All right,
They are
let's
a
go
good
with some.
team.
Let's go with some predictions.
Lineup.
And if you have any lineup changes, and then we'll go to the question and
A question though: is Julian back in time? Well, he
Yeah, he'll be
didn't
back.
play,
He
so that
didn't play,
motherfucker,
yeah.
motherfucker, you
He'll be
better be
fine.
rested.
Yeah.
Pussy.
You went
Julian's
to
starting,
Cancun
yeah.
for vacation, maybe. You pop us some beers.
Yeah,
You know
he
what I mean?
went to
Like,
the bank.
That's Rosarita.
yeah, that too. All right,
I'll
predictions
start.
and lineup changes if you have any.
I have a lineup with everyone. I want Dupuy out for no reason. I'm not hating on him. I want Williams in for the reason that I spoke about in the podcast. Midfield
let me
stays the
see
same. Up top, get Douglas Costa dos Santos off my squad. Put in Efra because no, he's gonna be on the wing. Put in Granzier. This is your perfect time to have fucking Cabral and Granzier on both wings. So put
Yeah.
both of them up there. And Chicha. up
He's
top.
not gonna do it though. I bet money on that shit.
Yeah, because Vanny's a trash ass coach, but he's an alumni, so we have to respect him. 96 Rose Bowl, baby. Remember that? Practice at the Rose Bowl. That means a lot. Fucking.
They did practice at the Rose Bowl, huh?
Oh, it means so
Oh my
much.
God.
Fucking stupid asses.
Oh man, we fucking suck.
All right. Do I do
This is the
predictions now or
pre-
later?
This is the president.
It
fucking
is.
predictions,
It is
dog.
every season.
Hey, where's Sean Turney?
It's just
he probably tuned
it's
off
the
already, huh?
it's
Sean
just the
Turney probably
problem.
tuned off, yeah.
It's just the problem is that it gets depressing later on in the season for us. Reality hit us nice now.
Yeah. I think what's this? This is our 5th season now doing this.
Yeah.
Right, 4th. 5th? I don't know. I think we have as many seasons. Oh, you know what? I think we started our pod when Netflix started their F1 shit. When you think about it.
So we're going on Netflix next season. Let's go,
we're on
baby.
Netflix next season. Yeah, hell yeah. Oh man. You know what? I guess I say fucking give Klinsman a shot in the back, dude. Let him try some. Like just change something in the team. Just
And you think that's
change.
a change?
No, just make some changes right now. Just you know what? Fuck it. Let's see if something else works. It hasn't worked. Let's see if something else works. But it's gonna be Bond at the back. Araujo, I expect him to be there. I'm with George. This is a great time to either get Zabaleta or Williams. But listen, you went. I'm gonna say above and beyond, but you went out of your way to acquire Derek Williams, so he should be starting. Derek Williams should be your number 1. Koulibaly should be your number 2. Those two guys should be playing together every single game, right? So I expect that to finally happen. Obviously, Raheem Edwards is gonna be doing Raheem Edwards shit. Cabral is gonna be doing Cabral shit. I think Mark and
That voice.
that voice already space. This is why you guys join on YouTube. That shit was tight, Rudy. That was so cute. Oh my god, I need to slip into that. Oh, how adorable. Oh, the faith you had in Cabral. What a dumbass.
You look good. Huh? You remember that first game? He had one touch. It was looking fucking amazing.
You know
Like,
what gets me
dude.
mad though, dog? I'm gonna have a whole podcast of fucking Galaxy media. The fact that they give us some nice ass fucking like zoom, slow motion, zoom fucking Cabral's hair in the air just like this, and then he hits it into the goal against a fucking 8th division ass Costa Rican ass goalie, and then he makes him look good. And then once the season starts,
Hey, chill how you
Fuck
say
you.
chill what you say about Costa Rica, dog. Costa Rica's nice. Costa
And
Rica
their goalies. And their goalies.
Division.
Four-time
8th division, 8th
Champions
division,
League,
8th
Chill, dog. You
division.
talking about Guatemala, dog.
Hey,
Relax.
Masa,
Yeah.
Talk to me about the
Yeah.
8th division Costa Rica goalie, dog. He's
Any-
not that
any-
great, huh?
Who?
Shut up.
Vete a dormir mejor. No, anyways, obviously, it's gonna be. I imagine Raveloson and Mark still in that midfield. I think they've been fine. Unfortunately, it hasn't like every. I think that's those two pairing have. That pairing has been fine. It's just everything else that sucks. And then the question mark's gonna be the right side. But at this point, I mean, if you're not gonna start Efra in that 10 row, I already see Vanny putting him out on that other side. You know, and that's probably what I expect. Vasquez is gonna be in that. I guess center attacking midfield role, if we want to call it that, and then Chicharito up top. That's kind of what I expect.
So no changes.
It is changes. Efra,
Well, Costa's out.
Williams.
Oh, we got Costa's
What's
out.
that, Williams?
Or if Costa's out, right? Because it's not confirmed.
He's
Or is it
out.
confirmed? He is.
He's out. I
He's
mean,
out.
it's
He's out.
questionable, but
Come
he's
on.
gonna be out.
These are those Santos.
I hope he's in. I don't foresee changes. I mean, other than Costa, if Costa's out, and if Costa's out, then I think you're right. It is gonna be Efra for some reason. Whatever. I don't see any changes. I don't. Yeah, I don't see changes, and I don't even know if I want changes. But I think I want change. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I'm conflicted as fuck. Masa, you have any changes in the lineup?
I agree with Angel and George. And Vanny won't play Grantier from the start. It's gonna be Efra on that wing.
Because he's an idiot, right? Or no?
I don't know.
Say something.
I don't know
Alright.
what's up with that guy right now.
If you were a coach, you put Granzira up to start?
This game,
Yes.
100%.
Okay. So he's an idiot. Danny's an idiot. Pussy.
Who's it? So, Glenn asked in the chat who. I need to know who the fuck's gonna feed Cheech.
Shit.
Easy.
At
That's easy.
At this point,
Cheeky
only you,
nuggy
Papi.
Efra,
Hey,
baby.
listen, hey,
Cheeky nuggy.
the only person feeding Cheech right now is Chick-fil-A, Papi. So you got to step up to the plate because no one else is feeding him shit.
Yeah, those cheeky nuggies, bro.
He has to drop. He has to drop to center field to get the ball. He's not getting anything.
Well, he had to drop some weight, but that's a different story.
Everybody has dropped weight.
Drop some weight. He
Yeah.
looks good. Jesus Christ.
Everybody's
still
fat to
think
ages,
he's a
though.
little
Everybody's
chubby.
fat to ages.
I still think he's a little chubby. Hey, no,
alright,
I put
let's-
on some pounds lately. Chill. I put on a
let's-
good 4
let's-
pounds.
Let's go predictions. So wrap the show. Come on.
2-2.
Get it right.
That's my
2-2?
prediction. Yep.
I got 3-1 Portland. We're scoring, but we're losing 3-1.
On an own goal.
I'm gonna go 5-2.
Who?
5-2, 5-3.
Portland.
Galaxy.
You fucking
You're
crazy,
smoking.
dog.
You're smoking crack, Papi.
Oh, yo, yo.
Because David
I'm gonna
Bingham plays
do-
it for them.
Oh, Bingham plays right now? I
They
thought
know
you guys
better
backed
than
up.
they know better to start him, Papi. He's not starting.
Oh,
We
okay,
started him, not
Yeah,
them.
that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
smart,
Yeah,
smart. He's back up, dog. He's like third string. I'm gonna go 4-1 Galaxy. We're gonna win. We're gonna win, dog. We're gonna win. 4-1 Galaxy, dog. 4-1 Galaxy, boys. 4-1 Galaxy, and then we'll talk about it on Thursday. Dog. I'm gonna call you guys
4-1
out.
Galaxy.
Oh,
I say
pessimistic ass
2-2.
as well,
I
huh?
say 2-2.
4-1.
It's gonna be a
4-1
tie
Galaxy.
2-2.
5-2,
4-1 Galaxy. You know what? And
Do
it's
you
gonna be
really
4
believe
goals by
that,
Cheech, too.
or
Yeah,
you're just trying to keep the
nah,
optimism going?
No. Listen, I think they're gonna win, right? Because they have to. Like they have to win. Yeah, I think they have to win, bro.
Oh yeah, I see the clown.
They have to win. If they don't win, dog, it's you're right there. You good there, buddy?
Oh, he died. He died.
We gotta crack.
Yep. He's a.
Y'all need to be on YouTube. Y'all need to be on
Costa,
YouTube,
dog.
dog.
Angel Costa.
He's out.
Angel Costa.
We got 3-1 in the chat by Brian from the 90s calling 3-1. We got Sully calling a 2-1. Everybody saying Galaxy. See, man, like I love y'all because we delusional. I fucks with y'all. I ain't said 1-1. I don't like him. I don't like it because you said 1-1. You're being realistic. I don't like that.
You know what's crazy? Off topic. I had YouTube playing on the side. At a point, we had Jonathan Dos Santos, Leggett, Antuna, Fabio, Pavon, and Ibrahimovic as our attacking core, and we couldn't do shit with that squad.
I don't think that's a good attacking core. I like this one better. That's just me, though.
I'll take Antuna over fucking Cabral.
Hey, Papi. Hey,
I don't like
Papi.
Antuna. I don't like
hey.
Antuna at all. Have you seen Antuna, bro? I don't like Antuna.
Okay.
Like that's just my preference. I don't like Antuna. I don't say I don't like Cabral either, but like I'll take Cabral over Antuna. Yeah, I would.
Wow.
I would.
Yeah,
I don't like. So you know how you know how you like, and that
Hey,
has
we
nothing to do with him.
struggling over here too. We
That has
struggling.
nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with him. It's just preference. Like I don't like the kid. So like yeah, not that I like Cabral that much better, but I like him more than more than
Let's wrap this up
uh,
before Angel puts his headphones on.
Yeah,
dog.
wrap
He's
this
gonna
up,
start
papi.
All right,
fucking.
bro. Then we gotta ask me the questions, George. It's on you, Papa. Hit me with some questions.
That was a good transition. You got me off guard, though.
I know we had some questions or comments on Instagram.
All right.
Are
Angel
you
Costa.
capable of doing it though?
So, are we good, Angel? You good to go?
I'm questionable right now.
Oh, hell yeah. Douglas Costa, Angel Figueroa.
Yeah.
I got a
Alright.
crazy ass cramp right now on my fucking right leg. right
So,
in the hammy.
Glenn wants to know you're the coach. Who's your starting 11? We answered that. And follow up question: have you guys seen the picture of Kanye with the notepad sticking out?
Yeah.
Okay, so he wants to know what's this going to read on Sunday. Angel, after the game, what's it going to read?
Toma mierda.
All right, Rudy, what do you think?
Rudy called for one, didn't he?
So is it going to be like I told you so? What is it going to be?
Yeah, exactly. Rudy called
I told
for
you
one.
so?
Because it's gonna be a 4.
Okay, Rudy called for one. All right, Masa, what do you think?
Galaxy dub, dog.
Okay, I put at LA Galaxy, so meaning that Twitter is tweeting it, and it put onto the next because that means we're taking a fat ass L because that's
Or
all they put after
more.
we lose.
Or it's gonna say more.
Shoulder shrug like this.
Yeah, shoulder shrug. Yeah,
More.
we know what y'all doing already, LA Galaxy. All
Fucking
right,
listen.
Danger TRL wants to know thoughts on Jalen Neal and Marcus Firkines.
Firkines.
I like him. I like him a lot.
Playing against
Both of
River
them?
Plate.
Hey.
All right. Playing against River Plate versus the U.S. men's U20. Somewhere GBS must be proud. Masa, start this off. I feel like this is your forte right here. I don't know if you've seen this, but sorry. to
I
put you on
mean,
spot.
it's hard to get hyped over a win. I mean, it's US, bro. I don't care, to be honest. River Plate play a bunch of youth, just like the US under 20.
I'm pretty
happy-
sure they
I'm
played
happy-
against the youth squad
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Happy Jalen Neal for Kranis is for me. After watching him play for us a couple preseason games, Jalen Neal's the future though.
I really believe in Jalen Neal.
I think Jalen Neal is the future too. I think Marcus Firkines is the next Daniel Steris, overrated as fucking trash.
But you know what?
Jesus,
I'll tell you why I like both of these kids though, because they both can play with the ball at their feet. They don't kick it just out because they're nervous. Like Darius, right? So I Jalen Neal definitely above him, but I like for kind of stuff. I think they're both. I don't know. You know what's the shit? I don't want to call him the future because I did the same thing with fucking with Efra, and I was up here with him, and then I've had to.
I see that with
chop him
Jalen
down.
Neal though. I just think he needs some body on him. He needs to get a little bit bigger. But apart from that, I think he's really good.
His mindset is
he
very.
reads the way he reads.
Yep, that's it.
There you go. And for Kranis, I don't know if he even has a brain up there. but
Jalen
that's
Neal's
obviously
vision and mindset when the ball's on his feet is really nice because he knows when to take that space and he knows when to let it go, which is really good with a defense. It's underrated.
I do want to see more for Kranis though.
I think there's time to get better.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good
We need these Cubs games. We need Cup
opportunity
games
right now
baby.
at the under 20 right now. So that's motivation.
We need
and-
Cup
We do
games,
need the
man.
Cup games. We do need the
We need Cup games so we can showcase a lot of these foods.
Hell yeah,
Have they
League
said
Cup,
anything about
dog.
your Supper Cup?
I
No,
don't-
huh? They
I-
haven't said anything about your.
No, I'm not the right person.
Yep.
All right, any more
next
questions?
question. Danger Taro follows up with Austin 316 will return at WrestleMania. Fill in the blank. Zlatan 331 means Angel, one word.
Penis.
Oh, nice.
Because he's got the
Rudy,
biggest one.
one word, Rudy. Zlatan 331 means sick ass Phil.
He questioned me about my penis.
Fuck.
I'm
That's
saying he
real
has the
fuck.
biggest one.
Are you questioning penises or are you answering the question?
I think he's thinking about penises.
Fuck.
The question's too complex for Rudy, dog. Y'all broke Rudy, dog. Y'all broke my man. All right, Masa, follow.
Golazo.
Zlatan 331 means what?
Golazo.
Ooh, I will say Zlatan 331 means daddy.
Facts.
All right.
Gulo.
And that's it on my end. Angel, do you have
Like,
any?
Rudy's still thinking about this.
Rudy's thinking about penis.
I can open a can of worm and just and this pot go on for another hour. So I'm just biting my tongue. That's exactly what I'm
He's over
doing.
there
dog.
thinking about Johnny Sins. That's what he's doing.
All right, Angel, do you have any questions on Instagram?
Yeah. I mean, I told you I was in pain though. I asked you to pop them up, but that's fine. I got it already.
Pop them on what? I don't have Instagram for Straight from the Stands. You have to send
All
them. Do something.
Inside our galaxy. Man, I'm
Share,
sorry.
motherfucker. Don't just laugh.
I'm
This
just
is why
thinking about
I-
you still, Rudy. That's
This is why.
Rudy's
This is why
broken.
I read. This is why I
Rudy's
read the questions.
broken. Okay, sorry. Inside our galaxy, with Costa most likely being out this Sunday, do we finally see a two-striker formation?
No,
I hope so, but we
Nope.
don't.
Nope.
no.
If
No.
we
Be
do that,
serious.
then I have faith in Vanny, and not because I'm saying that that's the answer. I don't know. Quite frankly, I don't know if that's the answer. But
It
at least
wouldn't be
he's
a bad
trying
shout.
something. At least he's trying.
Right
something
now's the time
different.
to do it.
Yes, try thing. Like, anyways, yeah. Logan Jones 01. That number 20 kid from Costa Rica, dude's a baller. He's 19. Galaxy needs to sign him up. That would mean the Galaxy was making smart decisions with their signings, but
Or
we
they were
know that we
scouting
don't.
in
And you don't know
America.
who we are.
They gotta hire me for that.
No.
Next question.
Mejor no. Beer. Oh, beer mental. Oh, metal. That's right. Beer. Oh, shit, yes, Vidal. Yeah, beer metal. That's right.
My king.
Where is Jovic? Where is Jovic?
And
the bench
The
where he needs to
Galaxy
be.
kept them. The Galaxy kept them in the preseason highlights.
Banca.
That's
The
all they
bench
had
where
him
needs
for.
to be, dog.
And Vital a pistear, fool.
So do we win? Is it R4 Bummy Loke 3? All right, cool. Do we win or lose this game? And thoughts on El Tráfico? We
Lose.
can talk about El Tráfico when that comes, but George says lose. I say we tie. Rudy and Masa say we win.
Fuck.
Yes.
Right?
Big dubs. Big dubs.
Is that it?
Let's see if we got anything else. I see we got some messages. Nah, just the vibes right now. Oh, yeah. Nah, I think that's it. Let me check Twitter right quick. Nah, we good. We good. That's it.
Dope. Anything else, boys? Anything else you want to shout out before we head out of here?
I can't wait to finish F1. I'm gonna go watch
Do
some
it.
more of this right now.
Yo, hit me up.
F1 in Vegas, baby.
Hit me up. I'll give you my
Hey,
F1
we gotta
TV
do that
login.
though.
And you
Right
can
now,
go back
What?
and watch the races. I'll give you my F1 login.
okay.
You could go back and watch some races.
We gotta do that.
Vegas
F1 in
trip?
Vegas.
Yo, we gotta book
Alright.
early though, because that's just gonna be expensive as fuck. I can already tell
I
you.
don't
It's
give a
Vegas.
fuck.
Let's do
I'm
it.
down,
Can you
bro.
hook me up, please?
Uh-huh.
I'm down. I'm down. All right, boys. That being said, it's another episode of Straight from the Stands. I'm boy Rudy. I'm Smarts on Twitch. I'm Smarts on Twitter. I'm Smarts on the gram.
Just add George. Follow me at Greg Vanny Can't Coach.
This is Angel Found Me ADF 3691, and somebody give me bananas.
Peace, love, and Jesus.
Sonata's gonna give you bananas.
Peace, y'all. Have a
Oh,
good
they got
one.
Rudy
Banana.
stuck.
Let's go,
All right, Ralph.
boys.